So it's like, what is even happening? But again, you guys, crypto does not sleep. So according to Southeast Asia's largest bank, DBS, they value Ripple at $11.3 billion, and they are expecting Ripple to IPO in 2026. This is freaking crazy, like absolutely crazy. These values are just insane. And we do know that Ripple is part of traditional finance. We know that there has been a lot of interest in Ripple and XRP. We know that the case is pretty much over. We're just waiting for the SEC to appeal. But the fact that we're getting speculation like this, especially not even just in America, this is like a global thing. This is amazing, like absolutely amazing. And this bank, crypto is very popular in Southeast Asia. They're big supporters of tech, innovation, etc. Go public yet, but I think that they will go public probably in 2026. Obviously, lawsuits got to get over. We're just waiting on the SEC appeal there. In addition to that, they applied for a banking license. They've got their rlusd, XRP, XRPL, all of that. So it would make sense for them to essentially go public and follow some of the other big crypto companies that are doing so. So I'm going to go ahead and read you a little bit from this article over here, and then I'm going to talk about some of the crypto stocks that have been pumping, because what we're seeing happen right now, we are not seeing crypto pump the way it used to. We're seeing crypto stocks pump, Bitcoin mining stocks. And a lot of people are here to make money, and I get it. But at the same time, you have to follow the money, and you also have to be able to pivot as needed. And we're talking about pivoting. Maybe you might have to essentially pivot away from altcoins just for a little bit. I'm not saying to sell everything. I'm not saying to dump all of them. I'm simply saying to start paying attention to a lot of these crypto stocks because they're going absolutely crazy. Good morning to Mr. John Germain. I'm a channel member over here. And again, you guys, please make sure to like this video, drop a comment, and subscribe, set all alerts, because I post all of the up-to-date crypto news. You're going to get it faster here than anywhere else. So let's go ahead and talk about what's going on with this Ripple article over here. So basically, they're Southeast Asia largest bank with $739 billion in assets of 2023 is valuing Ripple at $11.3 billion for potential 2026 IPO. They're basically, and the reason why they're saying this is they're saying that there's a lot of growing trust, institutional trust in blockchain, and that a lot of companies are just kind of pivoting over there because, again, people want to make as much money as ethically as possible. So what we're going to see as legally as possible for traditional finance. So what we're going to see happen, we're eventually going to see a lot of these traditional financial companies come over into crypto, but integrate their own methods. So what that means is they're going to go ahead and utilize tokenized stocks. They're going to deal with RWAs. They're going to tokenize assets, and they're also going to become public, create IPOs, create stocks. Also, with all these treasury funds, what they're doing is they are getting what they're doing is these big NASDAQ listed companies, they're taking chunks. They're exactly ethically. That's why we do that. But they're taking, what they're doing is they're releasing traditional financial instruments. They're raising cash, which again, to me, it sounds like an absolute Ponzi. But again, I digress. Especially the people that think traditional finance is safe and has your back. But they're creating these instruments. They're raising cash, and then they're buying these crypto assets that are essentially finite in some cases, and then they're putting them as treasury reserves. I personally think that bubble is going to be when we do get the bear market. I don't think it's a Bitcoin, maybe that might be a safer one, but at the same time, that's just my opinion. But again, this is why we take profit, we analyze risk management, etc. What else did they say? 2023 study from Journal of Finance Stability notes that institutional adoption of blockchain, like DBS's move, correlates with 15 to 20% increase in crypto asset stability, including Ripple IPO, could signal a maturing market if regulatory clarity comes to fruition. So no, that's not going to be, I do think that, XRP will get a ETF. That is coming. That is 100% coming, in my personal opinion. We did recently have the SEC kind of approve the conversion of the Grayscale large cap trust to an ETF, and it had mostly Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. So they approved it, but then they kind of delayed it. We talked about that last week. I put a short out there for you guys about it. So that being said, what I think is going to end up happening is the SEC is going to start approving a lot of these crypto spot ETFs. It's coming. We already have a Solana spot staking ETF, and it's only a matter of time with XRP, but I'm talking about an IPO. I'm talking about an IPO, which is completely different. And right now, Ripple's market cap is is $131 billion, and the fully diluted market cap is going to be $221 billion. You guys go ahead and fact check that on Coin Market Cap, because you should always hear what I say, but listen to yourself. And with that being said, I know a lot of people are pissed off because we're not getting like a crazy altcoin season, but at the end of the day, there's money being made with crypto stocks. And if you know how to trade crypto, you can pivot into stocks if you want to. And again, I know this channel is all about crypto, but at the same time, we go where there's liquidity. We go where there's money. We follow the trends and we're able to pivot. And again, that's not me saying to dump your crypto, not believe it anymore. But if you want to, start trading this stuff and maybe potentially make a little bit more money, pay attention to crypto stocks. So Circle, for example, went public, and they're up 4.5 times in 10 days. Naka is up 20 times in 9 days. SBET, 45 times, and DFDV is up 90 times. Coinbase is in the S&P 500, and TradFi portfolio managers are essentially forced to add crypto because you can't deny these numbers and these pumps. So basically, kind of what we're seeing is this like traditional finances here, whether we like it or not. It's crypto is a true decentralized economy, but this is where the money is right now. Can you still do well with altcoins if you're an active trader? Yes, you can. But right now, these gains that we're seeing up 90 times, 40 times, 5 times, 10 times, those are altcoin season numbers. Those are things that we see happen in crypto. Yeah, you can still capitalize on those with meme coins, etc., but there's a lot more risk than that. And at the same time, I'm not really paying attention to too many meme coins. Like, I'll play around with them on X, whatever, as far as the communities, but I'm not really investing too much in them just because they're way too volatile, way too volatile. Also, good morning to Mr. R. So that's what's happening right now. Again, Ripple hasn't announced that they are going to be going public and creating an IPO yet. But this big bank, the biggest bank in Southeast Asia, does anticipate them going public in 2026 with an IPO, and they're kind of valuing it at about $11 billion, which is kind of crazy. Or was it 113 billion? It was a lot of money. Hold on, let me get that fact for you. Again, still waking up. I hope you guys had a really happy 4th of July. It was pretty good for me. I enjoyed myself. It was fun. I fell asleep at like 7 o'clock though. But yeah. So they're basically valuing Ripple's IPO at 11.3 billion if that's the route they decide to go. So that's the news for today. I hope you guys enjoy it. Also, too, I know that there's a lot of you that have been asking, Wendy, why is an XRP price pumping? So I went ahead and I posted that. I put a short out for you guys. It's going to be live at 1 p.m. PT. But anyways, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of the day, and I will be back live stream making content for you today at 1 p.m. and probably around 10, 11 tomorrow. We'll see, though. We'll see. Anyway, sending you guys love and light. Thank you so much for being a part of the O Army, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.